Today, ladies and gentlemen, we are going to be making a cult classic in the cooking game. Today, we are going to be making spaghetti with meatballs. Let's get into it. So for this spaghetti, I'm going to be using gluten-free spaghetti. This is brown rice pasta to be exact. This is what you will see me using on this channel all the time because on this channel, we are not rocking with gluten. But if you like to eat regular pasta, of course, you can use regular pasta. Gonna go on some water. I usually like to go about a little bit over the halfway mark. When you're doing spaghetti, you want to bring the water pretty high just because I don't like cutting my noodles or breaking my noodles. So you want to make sure that the water is able to cover it once it melts down. So put a little bit more. Now we're going to bring that to a boil. All right, now for the meatballs, I'm using Force of Nature, 100% grass-fed beef. These things are absolutely amazing. I'm gonna put in probably about 6 or 7 of them. I am just for this pasta, I'm just gonna use a half of this box. I'm not gonna use the whole thing. Half of the box does well for about one person. If you want to feed 2, go the whole box. You could even do 3 if you really stretch it, but I like to say 1 person per half a box. So let's go ahead and get these meatballs in. So I got the oven preheated to 450. We're gonna go in with the meatballs. All right, that should be good. That's way too many. We're actually gonna cut that back just a little bit. Don't want to do that many. So that'll give us about 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. That'll be fine. Actually, as a matter of fact, I'm gonna put in some olive oil, or pardon me, avocado oil first, just to make sure it doesn't stick. Now we're gonna go in with it. And we're gonna run that for about 12 minutes. All right, so now we got our water up to a boil. A little pro tip before you put in the pasta, you wanna line your water with oil. This is gonna help prevent the noodles sticking. Now, we're gonna go in the noodles. And once this cooks down, this oil is gonna help keep the noodles apart. All right, so now you want to check on the noodles. I like to use tongs. These are great for separating foods. So you just want to go in there and you just want to work it just like that. Even if the noodles aren't cooked all the way, you still want to work them all the way out through the cooking process. This is going to help prevent sticking. If you just leave the noodles in there, they will end up sticking regardless if you throw in oil or not, right? You have to continuously move the noodles or they will end up sticking, right? All of that starch is coming off the noodles and it's making the noodles stick together. So the noodles have to be moved consistently throughout the process so that they don't become one piece. And another thing you want to watch out for is if you don't turn your noodles when you're cooking them, it's going to cook. And when it ends, it's going to be all one chunk of noodles like this. It's going to be stuck together. And as you can see right there, it's already starting to stick. So you want to be really quick with this to make sure that it doesn't do that. All right, so now we're about to strain these noodles. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to save this water. So I'm going to strain this water into this bowl like this. And the reason I'm saving that water is because that water is starch water. What we're going to do is we're going to take this water and we're going to add it into our tomato sauce, and that's going to help our tomato sauce get thicker. I also forgot to tell you guys, you always want to run your noodles under cold water, and that's going to help wash off all that starch so that your noodles don't stick together once they cool down. All right, now it's been about 8-9 minutes. We're gonna go ahead and check on the meatballs. Go ahead and rotate them. Look at that. That looks amazing. Now, we're gonna go ahead and rotate them so that they cook evenly on all sides. So you're just gonna rotate them just like that. And honestly, these are pretty done. So I may just let these rock out just like this. I don't want the meatballs too hard because they're going to dry out. So we're actually just going to leave it like that. And we're going to go ahead and start making the sauce now. All right, now for the sauce, we're going to be using the tomato basil sauce by Mazzetta. Now, I like this sauce a lot because it is very flavorful and I don't have to add a lot of seasonings to it. A lot of other tomato sauces I've used, they lack seasoning a lot. I have to add a lot of seasoning to them, and I don't want to do that. So with this one, it's very minimal. We're going to go ahead and throw it in and then build the sauce up. So we're going to go in with it. Yeah. We're going to turn it down so it doesn't explode on us. We're also going to add some of the starch water to get it going. For the seasonings, we're going to go salt, garlic powder, onion powder. We're going to go with sage, the goat. You guys already know. Sage. You do a lot of that because you can't go wrong with sage at all. Another hidden ingredient I like to put in my sauce is a little bit of rosemary. A little bit of rosemary to give it that sharpness to it. Now we're going to take these tongs and we're going to slowly mix it in there just like that. Now, another secret ingredient I like to use is agave. Now, what this is going to do is this is going to be a sweetener to kind of balance that sharpness or the acidity from the tomatoes. Just a little bit. You don't want it too sweet, just to take off that sharpness. It's going to make your sauce a lot smoother. All right, so we have our spaghetti and meatball here. We're going to take the sauce. We're just going to pour it over. Just like that. Yeah. A little bit more. Take it around the edge. A little bit more around the edges. Perfect. And there we have it. Spaghetti and meatballs. Thank you guys so much for watching the videos. And as always, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And I will see you guys in the next one. Take care.